Post the post-match pint, they said, fucking hell, not my finest decision. It is your post-match pint after Liverpool. I've lost at home again. I've got Stu Wright with me. I've got Damien Kamara with me. And Cav picked the bones out of that. Just when you thought it couldn't get any worse, the Reds have turned in one against Fulham there, which, listen, I don't think any of us thought we'd be retaining the title this season when you start to lose the likes of Virgil van Dijk and Joe Gomez. But today felt like a new low. And some of the performances we're seeing now, Cav, they aren't acceptable, not by a long shot.
No, far from it. It is a new low because we haven't been in this territory before in our history, have we? With all the games that we've played. 6 on the bounce at Anfield. Unbelievable. I'm glad to see you, by the way. I haven't seen you for a while. We said that before, so there's one good decision you have made. It's good to see you. Seriously.
There's not many, mate, but seeing your little face is definitely helping me.
Yeah, well, we've just got to stick together, and that's what it is, isn't it? Today it was pedestrian, wasn't it? There was a statistic out there where I seen before the game, I think, was it 11 out of 12 games that Liverpool haven't scored in the first half? And if that statistic's correct, then it's now 12 out of 13. And there's your answer. We're not starting well enough. We're too predictable. What worked with as good a Liverpool team as I've ever seen with key players missing, people have sussed us out, worked a few things out, and I think there's a little bit of a flexibility required from the management, because I think we've just got to freshen it up. Now, talk about freshening up, make 7 changes, but we haven't changed the way that we play, the way that we approach the game. And so what you're asking is players who a lot of second choices were out there today. Just because they're fresh doesn't mean that they're able to do the things that we need them to do. Jurgen's rotated like that in the past, hasn't he? And it's I remember specifically before the derby one time, we were all the changes he made, and the team was doing well. Confidence was high, it works, and we bang Everton and all that. But at the moment, confidence is really brittle, and we just, if you want to look for positives, the season's going to end soon, and we've got enough points to be in the league next season. We've got some big injured players coming back, and it's all about next season for us. I mean, it's just at the moment, it's just really hard to watch. But this is our team. Here we are. And I'm glad to see that playing today.
Stu, Damien touches on the 7 changes there, and obviously it's a lot. There's a lot of talk on Sky, on the commentary, that the manager's decided to put all his eggs in the Champions League basket. He's had to go with another centre-back pairing, or he's chosen to, because he leaves Fabinho on the bench, and he's gone with Phillips and Williams to back. I'm pleased to see you've got your Nat Phillips tribute haircut going there, Stu, which I'm really into. Were you surprised with 7 changes? Because I was taken aback a little bit. I know there's 1 or 2 injuries in there. He said Firmino couldn't start, but 7 felt like a lot, considering if he'd have won today, the 5 points behind United.
I was surprised, but I wasn't necessarily unhappy that there was that many changes. Although saying that, I wasn't happy with the personnel that were picked. I actually think that there were changes today in terms of system. I thought that maybe my eyes had deceived me, but it felt to me like we'd adopted more of a in possession of 4-1-3-2 formation with Jota and Salah up front together, and Keita, Shaq and Milner behind him, with Shaq on the right hand side, and then Gini just mopping up behind them. And I was happy to see 2 up front. When we lost the ball, it went straight into a 4-4-2, and there was noticeable examples of that during the game with our midfield 4 tracking back together in a straight line. So that was different. I think the manager has had a look at something different today. What I was tearing my hair out at, if I had any, was it was so obvious for so long in that first half that they were just wreaking havoc down our right hand side. That Shaqiri isn't going to provide the support that Mane's going to provide to a fullback, and that Nico Williams, as much as we all want to see him do well, and maybe he's going to develop into a very good player, but defensively he's just not at the level. I'm not getting on the lad's case and everything like that. He didn't pick himself, and he's a very young lad, but he's not at the level. There's too much evidence now of players being able to skip by him as if he's not there. He offers us something going forward, and we saw a little bit of that outlet at the start of the second half, but that's quickly died away as well.